Hi, this video will cover installing the Cloud Optimized GeoTIFF plugins for GeoServer. We'll be installing the AWS S3 plugin. These plugins are not available on the main download page. You have to get them from the nightly builds, which you can get from here. Okay, and you install these plugins as you would any other GeoServer plugin. You can go ahead and download it and just copy it over to your GeoServer lib directory. I'm just going to copy the link URL and use wget. Okay, we want the plugin to be owned by Tomcat, so let's go ahead and switch to user Tomcat and then change over to the GeoServer lib directory. Okay, now let's use wget and the link we just copied and download the plugin. And go ahead and unzip that. And because we're connected as user Tomcat now, the permissions should be set correctly. Now before restarting Tomcat to register our plugin, we need to add our AWS credentials to our environment as well. Okay, so I'm going to add my AWS credentials and endpoint information into the environment using the set environment sh file in Tomcat. If you want to use this method and you don't have a set environment file, you can simply create one in the Tomcat bin directory. Let's go ahead and open our set environment script here. Okay, and we'll go to the last line here and we're going to add these. This is the S3 AWS user. Here you would enter your access key. For password would be your secret key. And then you would enter the region. And for the endpoint, I'm using S3 Amazon AWS.com. You need to change these, of course, to your actual access key and secret key. And then go ahead and save that. Okay, so before restarting Tomcat to register the plugin and our AWS credentials, go ahead and go to Stores and Add New. And if we click on the under Raster Data Sources on GeoTIFF, we'll see there's no option here for Cloud Optimized GeoTIFF. We're going to go ahead and restart Tomcat now and make sure that's been added. If that's exit out. And it's going to restart Tomcat to register our plugin, as well as pick up the changes to our configuration file. Okay, now if we go to Add New Store, GeoTIFF, we see there's now the checkbox for Cloud Optimized GeoTIFF. Go ahead and click there. Okay, so first we select the workspace. I'm just going to use the any workspace and give our data source a name and description. Okay, I'm going to call it my COG, and the description is AWS COG demo. And for our URL, we're going to use the S3 style URL. And that URL will be S3 followed by the bucket name, followed by the GeoTIFF we're going to use as our data store. And for range reader settings, go ahead and select S3 and put in your access key and your secret key. Okay, and go ahead and click Save. Okay, we can see the store has been created, and we can go ahead and publish it now. There's a large number of options. I'm just going to go ahead and save it now so I can view the layer. Okay, so let's click on Layer Preview and take a look at the layer. Just scroll down here to the layer we created, the COG, and click on the Open Layers link and take a look. Okay, and we successfully published our layer. Okay, and just to review, we began by installing the plugin. We then added our AWS credentials to our set environment file. We then created our store using the S3 URL and the S3 range reader for our COG settings. And finally, we created the layer from our Cloud Optimized GeoTIFF.